Welcome to City Update. I'm Eric Moreno. Graffiti plagues every city in the country, but Phoenix has a very effective program to combat this. With us today to tell us a little bit more about this program is Michael Rios with the City of Phoenix Neighborhood Services Department. Good morning, Michael. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Great, thanks. Thanks for being with us and giving us a little demonstration of what it is that the Neighborhood Services Department does to combat graffiti. So, can you tell us a little bit about the program itself?
Program itself, it's very important to the city. Actually, it's very important. It's what you want to do is actually report the graffiti anytime you see it. Actually, if you see it in progress, they encourage you to call 911 and report the graffiti in progress. And there's actually a reward if you actually turn in some graffiti artists on the site. So it's always good to have some extra money in your pocket.
Do you know if that happens often, where people will catch someone in the act and they report it? The moment that it's happening?
Oh, absolutely. I've actually know a person that's actually reported maybe 3 different graffiti artists, and she got paid up to maybe $500 per artist to turn them in.
Wow. And now for the rest of the cases where it's neighborhood people that happen to see something that's already been sprayed on one of the walls, walk us through the process of how it's reported again and what the city does once it's reported.
Oh, absolutely. So what they want to do is actually report it into our complaint line at the Neighborhood Services at 602-534-4444 to report this graffiti in. Once you get it reported in, we'll take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours to get that graffiti removed.
Now, one of the reasons why we're talking about this in February is because it is Anti-Graffiti Month, right?
Absolutely.
What does the city do to just get the word out, during this month and the rest of the year, just to let people know that there is something that they could do to combat this problem?
Well, pretty much our trucks have the advertisement on it alone, saying that the Graffiti Busters are out there. We're out there 7 days a week. We work 7-day work schedules, which is pretty awesome. So every day there's graffiti getting removed. There's nonstop graffiti out there. But what we want you guys to do is report every piece of graffiti in. That way we can get out there to make the city beautiful. It's exactly what we want to do.
And you have different teams across the city. Are they 1-person or 2-person teams?
It's a 1-person team. So we have about a few of us on each side of the town. So there's everybody. There's always someone on your side of town to remove graffiti. Don't ever hesitate to stop one of us to ask us if we can remove some graffiti for you. We'll be more than happy to.
And about how long has the city had this program in effect?
Oh, I want to say over 25, 26 years. This program's been around.
And I would imagine that in the time that you've been in the program, you've seen a lot of progress as far as the technology that's being used, some of the tools that you bring to be able to take care of something like this with a 1-person crew, right?
Oh, absolutely. We have everything we need on our truck for a 1-person crew. There's days that sometimes there'll be a double of us, and there's more numbers for us to remove, more graffiti sites we can remove when there's 2 people in the truck.
Perfect example of technology being used to help streamline the process, and at the same time being effectively green. A green technology is the iPad, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Instead of carrying the clipboard and having a lot of papers, tell us how this helps you.
So this actually helps me out a lot. So what it does at the beginning of the day, my foreman would actually send me out a list of sites that's been reported in for me to go out there to remove the graffiti that's been reported in. And this actually helps me out so much to do that, to get my job done. Instead of having to flip over to paperwork, and I pass an address and I was just there, my iPad would actually help me out doing that.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Yeah. How much paper does that eliminate in the process?
A whole lot,
right?
man. We would do a lot of recycling.
Yeah, great. Now, with something like this here, where you've been notified of this graffiti, what is it that you do exactly? Are you like sandblasting it, or are you painting over it? Is there different ways to tackle it?
Absolutely, there's different methods. There's options, either power washing the wall to remove the graffiti, or painting over the wall. It's really the homeowner's choice. It's really, if they want to power wash, we'll power wash it. I'll do the best that we can to get it off. If not, we'll go ahead and paint it over if it's okay with the property owner. It's exactly what we'll do.
And do you make contact with the property owner before you actually do the work, or have they already talked to someone else handling this case and they've sent that information to you?
For instance, say if I pull up to the site, like this one here that I pulled up to, if I didn't have permission for this location, I would actually have to leave a permission slip at the front door to let them know that I need to remove some graffiti off their property at free of charge, no cost to them.
Okay.
And if they do have permission, I just go ahead and spray. Don't even need to knock on the front door or anything. I just come over here and spray over the wall and just go on to the next site.
So ultimately, what's the decision that you have to make as far as power wash or painting? What helps you decide which of those two methods you're going to use in something like this?
And something like this is something I know I'm going to spray, because for instance, this wall's already been sprayed before. Someone's already sprayed the end of this, the corner wall over here, and then the other side has been sprayed already. So that's how I know it's going to be okay for me to go ahead and paint this wall instead of having to power wash it.
Got it, got it. Is there anything else that the Neighborhood Services Department has been doing that maybe you'd like to get the word out?
Oh, not that I'm aware of.
Any other programs or anything that the community should be aware of, or any other way that they could help?
Oh, reporting graffiti in is just what they could do, and well, we also have our neighborhood inspectors that would go out and inspect properties, which is another program that we do have within NSD.
Great, great. Well, it's definitely a very effective program, and if you don't mind, we'd love to have you demonstrate the process of how you actually paint over this.
Well, absolutely. So my first process, I'm actually have to take a before photo of this graffiti.
Okay.
So it's before photo I'll take, and at the end I'll take an after photo, and once all that done, I'll close the case out and get sent straight to the police department.
Great.
So let me go ahead and snap this photo. I'll get my spray hose out here and we'll go ahead and spray this up.
Fantastic.
I also have to identify the tag on this location. And if I can't identify it, the police department actually has a crew in there that would identify it for us as well.
Just like that, graffiti is gone. Michael made it look really easy, but remember, you're an important part of this whole process. Call in or go to the website to report any graffiti around town. For City Update, I'm Eric Moreno.